Well, hello guys and gals, and welcome back to some more American Truck Simulator with me, your old buddy, Mr. Moose. Hey, so today we're going to be taking a drive in our freshly skinned Peterbilt 579 with our John Deere themed paint scheme on it. Yeah, I thought it'd be kind of cool to go out. If you're going to haul some tractors that are painted up like John Deere's, maybe it would be kind of cool to have a John Deere themed truck to pull those with. So that's what we did. We skinned up one, available for both Peterbilt and Kenworth. So it works with the T680 as well as the Peterbilt 579. It works best with the sleepers, though the day cabs will work and look okay with them. You just lose the DOT information if you go with a day cab, and the back of it turns out to be all solid green. So but it still looks pretty good if that's if you want to do the day cab thing. I might eventually do a day cab version of it and put it all together in one mod. The mod skin is available for download if you want to get it. It's on atsmods.lt. A link for that will be in the show descriptions if you want to go grab that. But I thought, you know what, if I'm going to do it, I might as well put it up for some people to download as well. So hopefully you'll like it and you enjoy the mod and have some fun with it. So anyways, yeah, guess what we're doing today? We're hauling a tractor. Of course, you can see that up here in the upper corner. But yeah, here we go. We got a branded truck to go with our tractor. Even though the tractor in the game is called Deere John, it still looks pretty good, and I thought it would be a lot of fun. So well, that's what we'll be doing. We're still running the 455 motor with the 18-speed transmission, so that's what we'll be pulling with today. And that's about it. So we'll head on out. We'll have a little bit of fun. I will tell you that this is not my main account. As you can tell, it's got $13 million on it. This is my test account. I only use this account to test out mods and to, just kind of mess around in the game. My legit account is right now at level 19, and I just bought a third truck and hired a worker. So that's where I'm at with it. And we'll get back to that account as soon as we get back to streaming. But that's a whole nother story that we'll be covering during this episode today and during this drive. Where are we headed to? I guess I ought to show you that real quick. We are in Bakersfield, and we are going to be headed up into Nevada and all the way up to Jackpot. So we're covering the entire distance here. 702 miles on this trip. So pop a bag of popcorn and get ready to go, because it's going to be an interesting run. Should be fun though. I hate the fact that it's night. I was hoping to get a day run so I could really showcase the paint job a little bit more. But we'll enjoy it. Periodically we'll jump into the outside view and see if we can catch some glimpses of it. Well, what's been going on? Of course, the big news of the week, as far as the game is concerned, is that the W900 is going to make its way back into Trucking Simulator. And this time it will not be a mod. It will actually be a legit version of the truck. It should be out like in the next day or so, according to the blog. Really excited about that. A lot of interesting information in that blog post about the W900 and what it took to get it into the game. It just shows where the mindset of the manufacturers is against the mindset of people in the gaming community. And I found it very interesting that that originally SCS went with the W900 to them as their showcase that they wanted to add into the game first and foremost, and that Kenworth turned them down on that. That their focus was really about showcasing their aerodynamic package and their modern trucks. And it's interesting. It explains a lot as to why certain things aren't in the game. If you're wondering, like, why there's not more customization in the game like most of us are. That little post explains a lot. It really shows that Kenworth and PACCAR, they think more about their current image, and they're thinking this is a marketing tool as to sell trucks, and not really think about it just as a way to boost their image. I would say that they need to loosen up a little bit and realize that they're not going to sell trucks off of being in this game. Nobody's going to play this game and jump off the couch tomorrow and go, you know what? I had so much fun driving that Kenworth T680. I think I'll run down to the dealership tomorrow and buy me one. Wonder what color schemes it comes in, and can I get that nice American flag package? No, it's not going to happen. I mean, this is about continuing to enhance your brand and put your image forward a little bit more. You might sell some Kenworth t-shirts and ball caps and maybe a Kenworth mouse pad or something like that. But I don't see the core audience of American Truck Sim running out and buying a new truck based upon what they've seen in this game. So hopefully they'll realize that and they'll loosen off a little bit, because we need more customization in the game. We need more trucks and we need more customization. Now, I'm not complaining about the number of trucks that are in the game. I'm very happy with it because, honestly, I mean, I'm playing the game legit on my main account, and I've yet to really be to the point where I'm like, oh, I'm tired of this Peterbilt. You know what? I'm really enjoying it, and I'm enjoying playing the game legit and trying to build a company. And if I was building a company, I'd want to stick with one brand of truck. I'd probably want to stick with the same model of truck, because then my service department or my parts, we'd be having things that could be interchanged on them. So I really don't worry about having a different truck to drive every day, but I know a lot of people do enjoy that. So but my goal is to build a fleet and build a successful trucking company, not go out and drive a truck every other day. So I am digging, I'm fine with the 2 truck thing. The 3rd truck would be nice. Even a 4th truck would be nice for the multiplayer side of it. What I really think is missing, though, from the game, and again, I think it goes back to the manufacturers really keeping their thumb hard on SCS and saying, no, don't veer away from this, don't add that. That's not somewhere we want to go, is customization. I think they're just holding them back on letting them put more customization stuff into the game. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but it's the part of the game that I think is just sorely missing. I can deal with the lack of content as far as, it's only 2 states. I've yet to get tired of driving the 2 states. I can deal with the 2 trucks in the game because, like I said, it doesn't bother me that much. But the lack of customization in the game compared to what we had with ETS is just really sad. It's just a really it just really is not there, and it's disappointing. The fact that you can't put an air horn on it, the fact that you can't put lots of chicken lights down the side or even behind the cab, behind the cab on your sleeper, to be able to put a row of lights back there and put some brake lights and turn signals and customize them however you want to customize them. The fact that that's not a part of the game, really disappointing, and hopefully that will get rectified here in the future. But I have a feeling that still goes back to the wishes of the manufacturers and what they're allowing and not allowing to be done within the game. I'm yakking and not shifting gears when I should, because I've actually got the volume turned down pretty low in my headset. But hopefully we see that lessen up and we see some more. Who knows, maybe all that's going to get fixed in the patch that's coming out with the release of the W900. So, but still a bit of excitement for the fact that we will be getting a new truck, and a truck that has been wanted in the community. Really one of the American icons and workhorses. for me, I'm still waiting on the 379. You know, that's my truck, Peterbilt 379. Get that to me, I'd be happy. Even if it doesn't come with a Detroit diesel in it. So, but yeah, that's the exciting news of the game. Of course, multiplayer is out. They scaled multiplayer back a little bit as far as servers because they said there just wasn't enough people on one of the servers to justify putting it up, which I don't know. It seems like it just hasn't been promoted enough to me to yet. You know, it hasn't been mentioned at all by SCS, which I don't know that they really will, even though they do support the project. So hopefully it catches on and loads up. As far as multiplayer play goes, I've been doing a lot with Raven and Landy at night, as well as playing a little bit with Hamster and Daz and Recon, and we'll do some of that streaming here in the future, and then I also will be doing some stuff with Alex and Dan, but I also plan on doing just like some open drive times where I'll set up a stream and we'll just do an open drive, and it'll be anybody is welcome to drive. But please keep in mind, when I'm doing things with my buds, you know, and people are recording and stuff like that, I'm less apt to do an open drive situation where I just tell people where we're at, what server we're on, just because that opens the door for chaos to ensue, and I'd like to keep those fun and light, and nobody gets butt hurt because 15 people show up and start wrecking into everybody. And sort of was in an experience like that recently where you're driving along and everybody and their brother know where you're at and know what's going on, and they all crowd around you, and nobody can have fun driving because people aren't really observing the rules of the road. It's more about just keeping up with the guy who's streaming. And when you're in a group like that, it's not fun anymore, because you can't really enjoy the game, more for the fact that you're being run into by people, or you're getting cut off, or this guy's driving through the grass and doing U-turns in the middle of the road, or a troll has found you and is just slamming into you constantly. And so that kind of stuff is not fun. So there are going to be times when I don't tell you what server I'm on. There's going to be times when I don't tell you where I'm at, or don't tell you what server I'm on specifically, so that we don't get bombarded with people. But at the same time, I know there are those that want to drive with me or drive with us and be a part of a stream or something else like that, and I'm not going to dismiss that. That will come with time, and I'll tell you where I'm at and where to meet up and all that other stuff, and we can all drive together. But I just want y'all to understand that sometimes I'm not going to be in that mindset, and I'm going to be more in the mindset of just driving with my buds and hanging out with people that I know and play with on a regular basis and cut up with and have fun with that. As far as content for the channel, there's new content going to be coming out on a lot of stuff. Basically, I've been really wrapped up in this game a lot and playing the game a lot, as you guys know, because I've been streaming it a lot and recording a lot. But the news sort of wore off. Not really. I mean, I could play this every hour of the day and be happy, but I also know at the same time it could get boring for you guys, and that I need to be keeping it fresh, keeping it cleaned up and recordings, some new stuff. So that's what I'm going to be doing this week. But one of the things I've been sort of just hanging off on was knowing that I had parts coming in for a build. I just been kind of hanging out waiting for those parts to come in, get the computer built, and then I'll start recording new content with the updated graphics package and all that stuff. So all the parts are on their way. Most of them should be here Well, most of it should be here by the time this video goes live. Just did the last little check, and there's 4 packages outstanding, and each one of those was within 100 miles of me, and should be in transit overnight, arriving to the local distributor in the morning, and should be distributed to me today during the day. So I expect all that to arrive sometime after lunchtime, and I will get to work on making the upgrades and getting that done, and then start putting it to good work. And looking forward to that. Looking forward to some of the games that I've played in the past and have kind of they've been borderline on being crystal clear. And so I'm looking forward to getting into those games with the new 980 Ti and seeing how the games look on it. And then as far as streaming goes, I'll resume streaming as soon as my internet decides they can figure out what's going on with my internet connection. I've had the cable company out here every day this week, and basically what's happening is my upload speed's just going all over the place. My download speed's about half of what it should be. My upload speed's all over the place, and I can't keep a stable connection to the some days I can't even connect to the ingest server for YouTube. So if I can't even connect, I can't even stream. But like Monday night, when I tried to stream Monday night, it was just all over the place. It was 2 meg, and then it was 10 meg, and then it was back down to 2 meg, and then it went completely out. Then it came back up at 10 meg, and then it went back down to 2 meg, and then it went back up to 15 meg up, and stayed there for a little bit. And I even made the comment of, oh look, maybe I can stream now. And the guys in TeamSpeak kind of laughed at me and said, oh, don't say that so soon. And about 5 minutes later it went out. So as soon as that gets rectified, I'll be back to streaming. So, and with the new equipment, we should be up to 1080p at 60 frames per second, which will be killer. This game will be amazing at 1080 60p or 60 fsp. So I'm looking forward to all that. What else is happening? So yeah, I'll be getting back into recording some more stuff for you guys this week, some more construction sim, and hopefully with the new graphics card and some patches they may have made for Scrap Mechanic, I'll be able to get some smooth video on it, and we can get that going for you guys. What else? Farm Sim. Like I said, I'll probably just be streaming Farm Sim for a while. That'll be on Mondays, most likely, for Manchester. I don't know. With the new graphics card, I'll give Court Farms another go, see how it does, and give it a try. I'm really not that into that map right now. It just really isn't doing it for me. I heard Ian say in his Coffee with Ian thing how he kind of felt like his channel was getting a little stagnant, and I don't know that it's necessarily the content on the channel. I think it's just we're all a little bit burned out on Farm Sim for the most part, and even a fresh map doesn't really do it for me. Though I'm still having fun with Manchester. I still enjoy that one. The only reason I changed over was because I thought, maybe it was getting old and maybe you guys might get worn out on it. But you seem pretty enthusiastic about Manchester, so we'll stick with it a little bit. We'll still do it on Mondays. And, like I said, I apologize that we couldn't do it this Monday due to issues with the computer. But we'll get back into it. It's on my list of things to do as soon as I get a stable internet connection. How about that? So maybe that's tonight. You never know. Let's see what else is going on. I don't know. So, we got daylight. Let's get a look at the old truck on the outside. Come on, look at me, the trail. There we go. Hello. Good looking truck. I like it. I went and got the colors. The colors look a little bit off. Landy said he thought maybe the yellow was a little off. I went straight to John Deere's publicity department and got the exact color specs from them. So the colors on it should be exactly the same. Now, if they may have changed a little bit when they went into, oh, you know what? Oh, come on, break down. There we go. I want to get in here and grab a little go juice because we're getting kind of low. Alright, engine off. Do that. Ooh, see if we can get a look at it while we're... There we go. Filling up at the BP. We almost matched the BP colors. Or the GP as it's called in game. I'm going to go load up some mods to change the game a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and get the realistic gas stations, and company logos, a few things like that that will actually enhance the game, but not really change how you play the game. So those mods I'm going to be adding in this week as well. I've actually already downloaded them. I just don't have them enabled right now. And I'll do a video this week on how to install mods, how to download and install mods for you guys if y'all want to see that. Because I know a couple of people had some questions on how to mod. And the big thing is you have to add a mod folder into the game when you first launch the game, or click on the mod tab, mod manager in the game, and it will actually add the mod folder in for you. So come on, find the gear. There we go. I know that was a little confusing when I first launched the game up. There was no mod folder, and so I didn't know whether they wanted to spell it as mod or mods with an S. So what I did was I just jumped in the game, hit the mod manager. It automatically then put the folder in the game for me, correctly spelled, so I didn't have to worry about whether I was going to get it spelled correctly. And that was a good thing. So it ended up being mod, M-O-D. But yeah. But we'll do a little video on that, and I'll show you what mods I'm going to put in the game. Nothing to really change the gameplay, just enhance the game as far as sounds and colors and stuff like that. You know, change out the name of the gas stations to be real world gas stations. The one thing that I want to change is the traffic signals, and this is a little change in the gameplay. I want to change, there's a mod out that increases the duration of the amber light. They're pretty quick in the game, and one thing that I've done to my setup is I've decreased my brakes way down to 25%, to the point where my brakes are very, very soft in the game, and they don't respond very well. But they're more realistic the way I've got them set up. And with that in mind, when I come to an intersection and the yellow light comes on, I know now that I have to stop for them, because if I don't, I'm going to get a ticket for running the traffic light. But unfortunately, the way I have my brakes set up, I can't necessarily stop in time to get load up and not roll into the intersection a little bit, just enough to trigger the ticket for running the traffic signal. So I have two choices. I can always be running traffic signals or getting tickets, or I can put in the little extend the amber light button, doodad, and I cannot get tickets. See, that guy would have gotten a ticket. Should have gotten a ticket. No. I did that earlier and got a ticket. Sat for the traffic light, pulled up forward just a little bit where I crossed the white line, you know, and waited for traffic on the other side to stop. And when they did, the light turned red and I got a ticket for making a left-hand turn. I was like, I don't think that should have happened. Got to shift into first. So but there's a few other mods that I've found that I like. And again, they don't really alter the game as far as They don't decrease the number of police. They don't change the value of the tickets. They don't change how often you get a ticket, lessen the frequency of it or anything else like that. They're just games that enhance the game as far as the look and feel of it. So that's what I'm going for. I'll be adding those in probably in the next video. I don't want to add too many in either until I put the new graphics card in, because the graphics card should give me a substantial boost in FPS. And that way, of course, mods also kind of... Are you kidding me? Oh, dude, you're killing me sitting here waiting. Oh, I'm going for it. And I'm gonna get a traffic ticket. You ran into me, dude. You ran into me. You ran into me and I got the damage. You idiot. Seriously, you ran into me. I was on the brakes and you kept coming forward. Oh, female. Never mind. Sorry. Didn't mean to call you a dude. Unless you were Bruce Jenner. Oh, I didn't go there. Well, 5% damage on that one. Wow. You scratched my new paint job. Maybe not. I have a bull bar on the front of this one. So. Oh well, what can you do but get run over by the AI? I mean, I was hard on the brakes. And even when my front end was slowed, that car kept coming. And technically, that car was in the wrong. Because that car also did not have a green light. It was a red light. They were, pulling through the intersection because it was already in it. Just as I was. Oh, I hate that. Just as I pull up to it and get load up, it turns green. So now I've got a downshift. Oops. Well, I'm just losing it here in the end, aren't I? Completely not. I drove so well up until I got here into Nevada, and now I'm driving like a moron. Slow up here so we don't get a speeding ticket to add to our damage fee that we just paid. Hopefully we didn't get any trailer damage on that, because it was front end damage. It shouldn't have done anything to the load. And a train? Well, they're throwing everything at me tonight. Everything but the kitchen sink. I love the fact that the train has no cars on it. I guess that's because they don't want you to have to sit here all day for a train, but I don't know. I'd rather it be realistic. They fix it so that the train goes by and only one car, so you don't have to wait long for it. But then you get to a traffic intersection and can sit for days, and I do mean days. I sat at one intersection the other night just for giggles and timed it, and I sat there for 2 complete day cycles. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Pretty bad. Was it 2 day cycles? No, it was 2 hours. Day cycles is long. No, it was 2 complete hours in game that I sat there. I was like, well, I could sit here all day. Then I just took matters into my own hand and finally drove around it. But yeah, if you're on an urgent delivery and you get stuck at a street corner with a parade of cars and the AI is not yielding at all, you're going to be late. You just have to take matters into your own hands. All right. And we got 4 hours, 22 minutes left on this run. But we're in Nevada, which means we got some good speeds that we can start cranking up. Have to be careful not to go too fast, and also be checking ahead for these turns that we have to make. That's a cool looking truck. I'm sorry, but it is. I looked at a lot of trucks before I modeled this one just to see what I was going to do, you know? And before I came up on that design, I didn't want to do too much. I just wanted to keep it pretty simple, you know, in the design. And I found an old, well, it wasn't that old. It was maybe about 5 years ago. Somebody had one, and that was somewhat the paint scheme. It was on a 379 Peterbilt, and it looked really good. So this is sort of what I used as my inspiration for it. I think it looks good. I didn't want to put all kinds of lettering all over it. I could have put like "nothing runs like a Deere" on the side of it, or you know, but I tended to look at most of their marketing stuff, and most of their stuff is on the trailer, not on the tractor, so or on the semi. So I said that's the route we're gonna go then. Missed that gear shift. Oh well, I've been getting pretty good at floating gears. The one thing I will say is this: I know I did a video and I talked about gear shifting and floating gears, and it was a 500 RPM for a full jump and 250 for a half a jump. That is for 18 speed only. If you go down to a 10 speed or a 13 speed and you try to float gears in those, it is a full 500 RPM per shift, regardless of what gear you're going to. I came to figure that out one day driving when I went on to the multiplayer with a small truck, starting a new account because I wanted to start a complete new account for multiplayer. And when I was driving on there with this smaller tranny, I came to realize that that one had different shift points in it. So at some point when I'm not really, you know, lazy, and I take the time to do it, I'll update that video and actually go through all the shift points for each transmission. All right, we're back up. We went from 55 to 35 so that we go by the burger joint, but then we get in this side of town and they say, just go 70 miles an hour. Nobody comes over here anymore. You just go all out. That's about it. I think that's about it for right now. Can't really think of anything else that's going on. Let me know what you think about this paint scheme in the comments below, and I will probably do some more. I got a couple of ideas of a couple of trucks to do that probably not everybody's thinking about. I was really happy to see somebody did a consolidated freight skin up and have that up, because that'll be cool looking to have. But I got a couple ideas for a couple other skins I'll probably do up. Suggestions would be greatly appreciated as well. If you have a suggestion for a skin, well, let me know. I'll see what I can do with it. So I finished up my University of Alabama skin. I've submitted that to the athletic department, well, actually for the board of trustees to get it approved, because technically I can't just use it in a video, because I do monetize my videos, I'm receiving revenue then, and if I put it in there without express written consent, I might get in trouble. So I have submitted some documentation to them to try and get it, just to get their blessing. I don't see why they would have a problem with it, but anytime you're with anything that has to do with a college and the NCAA and collegiate sports and all that other stuff, you just kind of have to cover all your bases. And I don't see why I can't put it in here. It's not like I'm actually making money off the sale of it. If I was actually distributing the skin for profit and I was trying to sell it, then yes, I would get in trouble for that. I think just having it in the game while I'm playing and making videos, I don't think they should have any issues with that. So I think I see our destination ahead, which is good. All right. Alrighty, let's pull up here and get our destination where we're going to put this. We're going for the hard one. Oh, that one's not hard. As soon as I say that, it'll be a nightmare for me. Alright, pull over here just a little bit. All right. Gotta avoid that little trailer, that's about it. And of course, I just about hit it. I didn't push the trailer far enough over. Like I said, oh, this is easy. Now I'm gonna have nightmares with it because I didn't line up completely right. Coming in the way I did in that third-person camera messed me up. Yep, I hit it. Because I'm a retard. Completely hosed this. I'll go in third person for a little camera angle, pull it in here. Just for a good video, but it completely messed up the way I approached this. And I ended up turning too wide. There we go. We'll get her done. Man, I just completely hosed that. There we go. All right, she's done. Good work, because I took all that damage. Man, that's ridiculous. So yeah, 1.4% damage because that chick ran into me. I do believe she hit me, not me hit her, so. Oh well, anyways. So let's see. Let's jump into the company manager real quick. I got a few trucks on this account. So we'll jump in real quick. I'll show you the T680 and we'll go into upgrade on it and we'll come in here to paints. And there's the John Deere paint scheme. And that's how it looks on the T680. That's on the mid sleeper. There's the full size one. That's what it looks like on the full size one. Oh, pretty good looking. I like it. For some reason, it makes the inside door jambs yellow. I couldn't figure out how to get those green, so I had to deal with them in yellow. What else? And then if you were in the day cab, sure, switch over to day duty. There's your regular stock day cab. These little things right here were messing me up a little bit earlier. I thought it was a mistake on my point. That's part of the day duty. So when we put the John Deere on there, again, you lose the DOT information. My intent is to do a DOT version and or do a day duty version of it and get that done as well. So you'll see that we'll get that done. Again, the doors on the inside are yellow. And if you put the what if you put the roof attachment on it? Where's it at? There it is. Yeah, I know. And that's what it looked like with a roof extension on it. Or deflector. Not too bad. Let's see, what else? Now let's take a look at the Peterbilt day cab with it. It looks a little bit different on the Peterbilt day cab. Let's see, Peterbilt 579. Where have I got a gray one at? There's a gray one. Well, let's upgrade that one. And we'll switch this one down to day cab. And we'll come to paint. Paint it up. That's how that one looks as a day duty. And you see the back of it's green. If I do a full day duty version of this one, I'll pull the yellow on across there. Though Landy was saying he kind of liked it in full green, solid green across the back. I don't know. Doesn't look too bad. I mean, it's tolerable. Yeah. The only reason you have to do separate ones for the day duty versus the sleepers is the way the templates lay up. The sleeper cab overlays the roof line and the deflector for the day cab version of it. If we slap the deflector on the top of this one, you'll see that. So, the way it looks as a day duty, not too bad. I mean, I could live with it that way, but it wouldn't be bad to have the yellow go all the way across the back. So again, that's not always seen by people, but aesthetically, I think it would look better to have the yellow and the black go on across there. But that's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you guys want the skin, like I said, the download link is in the show notes. You can find it on ATS mods.lt. That's the only site I'm going to put mods up on, and I'll tell you why. Those guys actually forbid you to use download sites that have malware and things like that on. So your uploaded.net, they strictly they have a big thing right there as soon as you go to upload a mod that says do not use these upload sites. And I like that. I like the fact that they're keeping people away from those sites, because you do tend to get a little malware or some viruses from those particular sites that people put uploads on. So the fact that they're kind of steering people away from that, I really like that fact. It was a big bonus to me that they did that. So that's the only place I'm going to put mods up, is going to be on that particular site. So, all right, guys, that's going to do it for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, as always, if you do, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you want to help me out, please share the video with your friends. That way it gets a little more exposure. That helps me out tremendously. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. I try to do new videos each and every day for you guys. And come on back tomorrow. We'll do it again, and hopefully we'll have some live streams up before the weekend, and we'll get going. So thanks, guys, as always. Hey, I appreciate each and every one of you for subscribing. To the new subscribers, thank you so much. It's great to have you, and I hope to see you guys in a live stream real soon. I will catch you guys in the next video. Until then, stay safe. Have a great day. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.